Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin and we are here today to do a review on this crochet hook set that I got from One Day Savings. They had contacted me to do a collaboration, and this crochet hook set was one of the items I received. So here was what it is. That's exactly how it came packaged in this Ziploc bag. And we have a 2.5, a 3, a 3.5, a 4, a 4.5, a 5, a 5.5, and a 6mm crochet hook in the entire set. This set was around, it was just about $5. It was like $4 something for this set. So very, very affordable. I'm just gonna put these back in the case because we're just going to use this 5mm for this purpose. I had wanted to do a review on these, so let you know my thoughts. So basically I've done half of a project with it. I'm making a pair of pants, and I feel like I've had a good amount of time to deal with this hook and let you know my thoughts. So first of all, the hook feels a little short in my hand. So if you have a smaller hand, this might not be an issue for you, or if you like a smaller hook. One thing I do like about the hook is I am a stabby crocheter, and the size of the throat here on the hook is exactly what I like. So if it's a smaller kind of throated hook like this, it doesn't quite work for me. So the other I guess other features of this is an aluminum metal hook. This is plastic, and the design is just kind of painted on, and as is the number here. There is no, it's not engraved in any way. So I have been using this for half of a project, and I was initially concerned that this would rub off, but there does seem to be some sort of coating on it protecting it. I'm not saying it will never wear off, but it has withstood use, and that's fabulous to me. One thing I did notice as I was kind of using this, so I'm very familiar with kind of the aluminum hooks. It's what I learned on the Susan Bates. This is a tapered head style instead of the inline. So this is more of a boy style hook, which I've been practicing with and can now use. Because at first I was not super able to use the boy style hook. It feels, the metal or the paint or something is not the smoothest. There is some resistance here, and I'm just using Joann's Big Twist 100% acrylic value yarn. So it's not like wool or anything that you would necessarily expect to be grabby. I found that interesting, and I do believe as I was using it, I could tell here, there are parts where the paint is already chipping and rubbing off from just being used for that one pant leg. I don't think that necessarily affects its overall use. It's just they're gonna look a little more worn or something like that more quickly. Oh, come on, get into that stitch. There we go. And my other, I guess, two other things I wanted to point out about the hook is it has a seam here from where the plastic was put together. I think you can probably maybe hear my fingernail against it. So there is a ridge there. When I first started using it, that really bothered my fingers, my hand. And I've kind of adjusted how I hold the hook now. So I kind of, more gently grab it, whereas with other hooks, I'll, really knife it. This one I kind of more gingerly hold, and adjusting that has helped. But as I said in the beginning, it feels shorter in my hand, and the end here, I don't know if you can see that. The end was not smoothly formed. I don't know how to say it. I don't know what it is, but it's not smooth at all. That end, that rough bit, it's almost like there's a burr. Like if this was metal, I'd call it a burr. I don't know if it's the same in plastic. Kind of makes sense that it would be. That really does quite annoy my hand. After I kind of adjusted my grip, it doesn't rub quite as much, but if, you know, it strays into my hand, it is like a, ugh, that's not so good. But again, if you had smaller hands, that might not bother you at all. You could also potentially solve both issues by sanding it down, maybe. That's not something I'm going to do because I just don't like the idea of sanding plastic and having those particles. It doesn't seem the safest to me. So I'm not necessarily interested in that. Other than that, it seems to work well. There's not, you know, like it feels a little grippy. It's not as smooth as I would expect, but it works just fine. It's, you know, it doesn't feel insecure at all in there. It feels very secure. It's not slipping around. I don't feel like this grip is going to come off. My chief concerns are the seaming of the plastic and this pokey bit on the end. Those to me are pretty much deal breakers. So, you know, it has to be comfortable in your hand for you to use it. And even at the low price point of these, I don't think I can recommend them. They're pretty, they're inexpensive, but I don't think they're comfortable to use, and I don't think they are something I am going to reach for in the future very much at all. I am going to finish this project with them because I just feel as though you should use the same hook throughout a project in case, or unless there's some sort of calamity and, you know, the couch decides to eat it or something. But I think then I'm just going to put them aside. And I mean, I was thinking about giving them away after testing them, but it's just so uncomfortable. I don't think I can in good conscience do that. So I do know they have many other sets of crochet hooks on their website. I'm not saying I wouldn't try another set from them. I would totally be willing to do that, but this set was not a win for me, even at their price point. So let me know if you have tried these hooks from One Day Savings and what your thoughts were on them. I'd really love to hear it. Okay, and especially like if you got the same set, did you have these same issues, or do you feel like maybe I got a defective kind of set here? I will say this ridge is on every single one of them. And every single one of them has the kind of burr on the bottom end. So it's not that the 5.5 millimeter just is the only one that has the issue. I'm sorry, this is not a 5.5. This is a 5 millimeter is the one that just has the issue. So yeah, that kind of makes me feel like it's a manufacturer issue and not just an oopsie, this one went wrong. But yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts, and thank you so much for tuning in and listening to me blabber about this here hook. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.